Hi, I'm Leanne Ely. I'm a nutritionist, a New York Times best-selling author, and some people even say I'm a life coach. I started the Daily Dish Show to share my story, my truth, and my journey to vibrancy, and to inspire others to do the same. Because it's all about grit, perseverance, and finding a way despite the odds. It's about embracing the whole woman, not just the parts that are easy to love, and feeding her heart, mind, body, and soul. But I found that this isn't just my story, it's your story too. It's go time. This is the Daily Dish. It's go time! I'm so glad you're here. Hey, Julie, I'm so happy to see you. And you too, Doris, I'm happy you're here as well. It is our Transformational Tip Tuesday, and boy, oh boy, is today's show gonna give you some of that stuff. I cleaned up my office. I'm so very proud of myself. Can I just tell you something? I'm gonna make my case right now. Go to bed early. My goodness, we went to bed last night at 9:37. I know, I was just completely crashed. I might have woken up once in the middle of the night to, go potty or whatever. But let me tell you the next thing, that I woke up at 5:30, refreshed and ready to go. My worry was Lincoln, but he was looking at me like, what are you doing up so early? Let him out of his kennel. He came and slept on the couch with me. I had everything done and didn't have to move, meditated, journal, all that stuff, and didn't have to move at all. And boy, do I feel refreshed. Refreshed! Hi, Michelle. Hi, Jackie. I'm glad you're here. Sandy's in the house. So lovely to have you here. Martha, a happy new year if you haven't been around yet, back around. So I'm just giving you my case. Go to bed early. Remember, your best healing for your body and your resets and what have you, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. All that stuff is going on. So that's one of the reasons we like that. The other reason that we like it is, boy, isn't it fun to be able to capture that time where nobody's bugging you. Who gets up at 5:30 in the morning? Besides me. I get up at 5:30. Trisha! Hi. Good to have you here. So let me give you the quote of the week because it's a doozy, and boy, does it just fit into this time of year. And the quote is this. It's from Anonymous. Does this support the life I'm trying to build? Isn't that so good? Isn't that a great question to ask yourself every single solitary day? We can ask this of ourselves in the morning when we're getting ready to do something. We could just say, I'm just going to scroll for a minute here on my phone, and then we can say, does this support the life I'm trying to build? You know what? No, I'm going to meditate. You know what? No, I'm going to journal. I am going to stay the course. And watch what happens. Watch the transformation. It's the little things. It just makes all the difference. There's our Tanya. You're up at 5:15. Well, early bird, you get the worm. Then you need to be in bed by 10. I'm holding you to it, Tanya. I am. It's a good time to be in bed. 9:37. Perfect time. Perfect time. All right. So here's the stuff that's going on. And I'm going to give you all the lowdown. I'm going to give you the stuff that's happening first. Okay. The very first thing that's happening is this Saturday is our Creating a Vibrant 2023. It's a workshop. There's vision boards. There's all kinds of stuff involved. And it's all day on Saturday right here. This is fantastic. And the reason that I love this so much is that you have an opportunity. It's on Crowdcast. You have the opportunity to keep this broadcast forever and go back. And I will show you when you're there on Crowdcast. Sandy, I can't wait. I can't wait to see you too. Remember, if you raise your hand and want to come on camera, we can bring you on camera. We can talk to each other. Won't that be fun? Anyway, so, oh, good, Jane. I'm so glad you're coming. I love this. I love that you're coming. Sweet Jane. I got to meet her this summer at full bloom. So that was pretty cool. Trisha aims for 8 hours of sleep. Good. Yeah, we have to do 8 hours. Oh my gosh, we need it. We so need. I just can't. The refreshment is really palpable. And I usually am in bed by 10:30, but this little extra pushback, and I was just so tired. I think all the holiday hoo-ha and what have you. We had a big brunch at our house. That was really fun. But I got it all cleaned up and everything, getting the Christmas stuff all put away. And then played pickleball, worked, did all the things, took the dog for it's a lot and you just get tired. And there's nothing wrong with going to bed early. I like it. I vote for that. And I also vote for you to come on Saturday because we are creating this is the freshest of the months, isn't it? January. And we get to start creating and casting our vibrant vision of what it is that we want. I want you to really hold that close in your heart and start thinking about that. Because when we do this, we see ourselves with possibility. We lose the limitations and we see ourselves with fresh eyes. I have look, I've got pink glasses here. I've got other glasses here. I will tell you what. It's really fun to have all these different pairs of glasses, but I want you to put on a pair of glasses that suits you and that shows you the truth of what could be for you. That's why Saturday is going to be so good. I can't wait. Even if you can't make it, you can still get the broadcast, purchase the broadcast, you'll still get that same goodie. This whole thing is virtual, by the way. This whole thing is going to be online. And you'll get a nice, big, juicy swag bag of goodies. Jenny and Amber are putting it together. Those two put their heads together. Forget about it. Everything's going to go crazy. Lindsay has something to do with it too. Don't ever discount my Lindsay. She's incredible. Everybody on the dream team is incredible. But you already know that, right? Autumn, look at you. You're here too. I'm so glad to see you. That's fantastic. Margot is in the house, my girl from Huntington Beach, and Jeanette and Alice. We're sprinting right now. If you're not sprinting, that's cool. Don't worry. This month is chock full of different things, challenges, etc. I'm just starting you off on the first one. Go to savingdinner.com/vibrant. That's the workshop. Go get it. I'm putting my hands up like this and just saying, go get it now, because I don't want you to hold yourself back. My mission is very clear to me. It's painted all over the walls. It's just very clear. You see this? I want you to live in full bloom. You deserve that. It's time to do it. Okay? There it is. Just putting it there. The other thing is, if you really want to get into the weeds and get down to this little body of yours and take back your body, then you're going to want to check out our course, which is 8 weeks. This is what the workbook looks like. And it's awesome. We've already got women boop, 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 chatting up a storm on Slack. This is a private channel that we have for our ladies who join us for these. This is a great big note, but everything's together in one place. You're really going to, and I love and appreciate the size of it, don't you? You're going to love this. It's something that you can keep and go back to. We do hot seats. There's just all kinds of stuff in 8 weeks. We're going to skip Valentine's Day and just kind of take the first Tuesday of March, but big deal, right? Who cares? Valentine's Day, you might want to go out with your honey somewhere and have a special something. savingdinner.com/body. That's where you're going to find all of that. And then last but not least, we're still, it's not the last thing. We are still offering that great deal on the kits. Now, we've taken the L-glutamine out. Have you heard about our L-glutamine? I'll tell you about that in just a sec. But first, everyone, look, Catherine's here. Hi, Catherine. Happy New Year to you. So we had quite the run on L-glutamine. So we made a decision, just pull it out of the kits. Just pull it up. Everybody wants their kit. Pull it out. So we pulled it out. We adjusted the price in your favor. We've done all kinds of stuff. And not only that, but what else are we doing though? We're giving you something else. I can't remember. But listen, you're getting a free quote deck with it. Come on. Is that not cool? So you can check that out at savingdinner.com/show. That's where we keep the kits. But we're not done yet. There's one other thing. On TikTok, we've had quite a few videos blow up. I'm talking over 1 million views. And it was about the beauty of L-glutamine and how it can help with cravings and all of that. Well, our L-glutamine just sold out. We have hundreds of back orders right now. I'm serious, because the orders just keep coming in and coming in, and we're just going, what is going on here? So what I've done is I've taken, put in its place Crave Crusher, which, by the way, it's a $49 supplement, which is something that I take every single day because cravings has been one of my downfalls. It's taken me into places I don't want to go. And I have taken, ever since we formulated this, I've taken 4 caps every single day, every single day, every single day. So guess what? We are offering Crave Crusher instead of the $49 for $27 for our viewers on TikTok. And I said to Jenny and I were having this discussion back and forth, and I said, you know what? I don't like it when somebody offers somebody new something and they don't offer it to their people who've been so loyal to them. I don't think that's right. So I'm offering it to you. If this is something that you have cravings, you can't get on top of them, it's driving you crazy, you got to try our Crave Crusher. This is a proprietary blend. Nobody else has this. I'm going to maybe do a class on this sometimes because it is such a powerful supplement, especially for me, you know, somebody, a sugar junkie forever and ever, amen, gone through that thing twice, and it's a temporary price reduction. It's temporary. Hi, Teresa. It's good to see you. But you know, this is the deal. I'm giving you the same deal. It's $27, the same as what L-glutamine would cost. So if you want it, it's at savingdinner.com/stop craving. It's that simple. Easy to get. Easy to get. And remember, everything is always linked up in our comments. And sorry to talk about this stuff for so long, but you know, I'm telling you, January, we're out of the gate doing all the things. Now, today's show. Do you have seatbelts on your office chair? Do you have seatbelts at home? Because this one's going to hit you right between the eyes. I promise. You know, I'm going to deliver, girlfriends. And this is something, though, that I want to been very much on my mind, especially this time of year. And that is just this whole idea. Well, we talked about this yesterday and the day before. We talked about this whole idea of cost and expense versus an investment. But even investments, which are wise, have costs involved, don't they? And we know that there's always pain involved when it comes to cost, like ponying up your credit card or facing, you know, stuff that maybe we don't want to face. So we're going to go through that and talk about it because, you know, we have to pay to leverage to get the life that we want. We have to, in some form or another. And so today we're going to talk about harmony and how harmony is an end result of deliberate creation that we are going to make with our lives. And that's why I love January so much, because January is one of the only times that most people are open to this idea of deliberately creating. But I'm not going to let go of you after January is over. I'm going to keep on you as far as being deliberate creators in your life, because my mission is to help women live their lives in full bloom. And nobody on my watch is going to slip away. All right? 100% retention. I'm going to keep you here. I want you here. So let's look at what the dictionary says harmony is. The combination of simultaneous musical notes to produce a pleasing musical effect. I bet you knew that. Anybody? I was in the honors choir when I was in high school. We know about this, you know. I sang either soprano or alto. I was pretty flexible. But you know what harmony is all about. And you know when it sounds good and you know when it's way off, right? The number 2 definition, though, is what we're going to look at for harmony. And it's this: agreement, accord, harmonious relations, congruity. Love that word, by the way. A pleasing, consistent, orderly arrangement of parts. Doesn't that make you feel good? It just makes you feel like everything is just the way it needs to be. And I'm going to say this too. Everything is just the way it needs to be, even while we're in process, right? We can still have everything just the way It doesn't mean that that's the end result. It means that that is how it can be in process as well. Now, hear me on all of this, because harmony is a deliberate creation, just like what I said just a second ago. It is a deliberate creation. You get to do this. So, harmony, in my estimation, also is the willingness to be the orchestra leader, right? In the whole sum area of parts of your life. And I promise you, there's probably an area of your life that is weaker than maybe another area. Maybe you've got, slam bunk, you've got certain areas of your life that just absolutely just are almost automatic. They just work so well. And then there's other areas of life where it's bumpy. It doesn't work as well. And as the orchestra leader, you're listening and you can hear that you don't have harmony. You've got cacophony. You know that word, right? I love that word. I just think it's a great word. So if you're going to be the orchestra leader, we got to take a look at all of that, don't we? Because remember, we know everything has a cost. We also know that there's a risk in living a vibrant life that we all want. And here's the thing. The weird part about this is that, oddly enough, the cost is always levied in some kind of pain. Always. There's always some kind of pain. It doesn't stop. And you're going to have it, whether it's sore muscles and saying no to favorite treats, if you're pursuing health, or you're going to have muscle loss and chronic health conditions if you're not. There's pain on both sides of the equation. So there's a cost to both, and they both have their unique pain points, as you know, as you probably experienced, we all have. So we have to live in harmony then, and that's going to require an inner lens into our inner landscape. What's going on in there? You have to be able to access yourself. That's what meditation to me is. It's accessing yourself, especially first thing in the morning. You access yourself and you're just tapped in for a minute to who you are and not what everybody else in this whole world needs from you or your home or what needs you to pay attention to. You're accessing yourself and you're just saying, here I am with myself in the quiet, accessing. It really is an incredible thing. And here's the deal, though, that you have to recognize. Remember that word cacophony? It's going to come back again. Here it comes. If you've either been a people pleaser or a fixer, anyone know about those things? Trying to fix others before yourself, you know the cacophony that naturally follows suit. Doesn't it always? Have you noticed? If you try to tap dance to somebody else's music, or you think that your world is a stage and everybody's watching you and judging you, there is no harmony in life in that. There's a whole heck of a lot of stress and a whole heck of a lot of undue pressure on something that just doesn't even matter. Nobody's going home and thinking, Trisha just didn't do it the way I wanted her to. Gosh, Trisha, what's up with you? Right? Do you understand that? Think about that. Meditate on that. This is a good one to drop into your journal. A journal prompt for you is, there's costs and pain on both ends. Which one am I willing to pay? That's something maybe you want to put in there. Or something else is, how do I create my own personal harmony? Well, I'm going to talk about that. And I'm going to give you steps on that. And don't forget, you can get all of this in tomorrow's newsletter. If you haven't signed up for our newsletter, you can get on it. It's at savingdinner.com and sign up the form. Andrew Murphy said that. He's an author. He said, you are confined only by the walls you build yourself. Truth, big time. Norman Vincent Peale, if you remember, he wrote the book, The Power of Positive Thinking. He shook the world up in 1952 because he took all of these concepts of affirmations and positive thinking, all of that, and he put biblical context in it without using Bible verses. He just, because these are truths, right? And they, right down the line, they are in alignment with who we as humans, how we are meant to live a vibrant life. That's what that was about. So he was this minister promoting visualization and affirmations, and he used case studies in the book. If you have never read it, you can get it free. It's a PDF online. just, type in Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking, free PDF. You will get it delivered to you in a search. Really. So I want to show you the gist of the book is how to become the creators of your own personal harmony. And I'm going to show you how. I've got, how many things do I have here? 5 things. Five things. Okay. Here it is. Number 1. Now hear me. Again, this might be something you might want to write down in your journal and mull it around and think about later. Make decisions that reflect your worth, not your fears. A lot of us make fear-based decisions because we haven't sat with ourselves and maybe had that time with ourselves to really connect with who we are. And who we are is very much worthy because we are fearfully and wonderfully made. We are the apple of the Creator's eye, after all. We're here on purpose and for purpose. There's our worth right there. That's all you need to know and all you need to possess. So when you give in to what your fears are, allowing your fears to make that decision is abdicating your worth. Do you hear me on this? Your worth is so incredibly important. That's why I want you to live in full bloom. That's why I want you to have a vibrant life, because it's your birthright. It's your birthright. Okay? I'm hammering that. I know. So important though. Number 2, accept people as they are. Remember I told you that little story about Mark and his shoes, and how my attitude shifted about the shoes. I could get all worked up about those damn shoes being at the door, and then there's another pair, and then there's another pair, and just see there, how long is that going to last? Cross my arms and just be pissy about it, or I just pick them up, put them in the closet, and just say, that man there, the things that man does for me, the way he loves me, the way he cares for me, I can pick up his shoes. It doesn't mean anything to him. It means something to me. Big deal, right? So accept them as they are and watch your life change. Stop trying to change anyone. It's not going to happen. It's just not. We don't get to fix people, by the way. That's God's job, not ours. Nor do we get to tell them what they should be doing. And if anybody does that to you and shoulds all over you, tell them to back off, Jack, because your life is yours and yours and yours and yours alone. Nobody else can work it for you. Nobody else is going to be standing in front of the throne for you. You do that. You get me? So accept people and accept yourself. Accept yourself. Don't should on anyone. Number 3 is to be the change. You remember Gandhi's famous quote, be the change you wish to see in the world. Be the change you wish to see in your own world. You have that power. You and you alone. You're powerful beyond measure, and you don't even know it probably. And that's why I'm saying this to you, because I know without a shadow of a doubt that most of us walk around guided by fear, instead of guided by love, instead of guided by the possibility, instead of guided by the fact that we're here on purpose and for purpose. Fear hides that from us. Fear, if it had its way, would have you living very, very small lives, would have you not showing up, would have you worried and sitting in the corner, desperate for attention and approval. Let me just tell you, you've got God's approval right now. He's looking at you and saying, that is my daughter. You're the daughter of a king. Do not ever forget that. You've been invited to the table. You've been invited to sit at the table. Dogs are under the table for the crumbs. You are not. Okay? Amen, Kathy. Joanne, Jackie, Linda, Chris, you're here. It's good to have you here. Number 4, no one can make you feel bad without your permission. You remember that? Good old Eleanor Roosevelt. She said that. The first time I ever heard that quote believe it or not, the very first time I ever heard it was the Princess Diaries on, that movie, watching it with my daughter. And it stopped me cold in my tracks. It seized up. I'll never forget it. Seized up in my heart. It was with my daughter in the theater. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, how many people have I given permission to allow them to make me feel bad? How many people? I'm not going to give anybody permission to make me feel bad. If I need to feel bad, I need to feel bad on my own accord. If I did something wrong, the only thing that I can do, I can't go back in time and fix it, but I can go to that person, apologize. I can make amends. I can do the very best that I can. That's all I can do as a human. I'm limited. I don't know about you. You're limited too. But here's the deal. You have the ability to say no to that. And if you see something wrong that maybe you've done, or I don't care, even if that person's passed away, write a letter about it, fix it, because you can, as best you can in your human form. Okay? That's simple. Number 5, expand the borders of your heart. I love that. This is a Bible verse on that. Mind, heart, body, soul. That is vibrancy right there. We become more empathetic. We become more loving. We become more knowledgeable. We become more aware. Expand, expand, expand. We don't want to be living Groundhog Day lives. That's just the same day on repeat over and over again. We want to expand. We want to become. We want to give more and be more, show up more. And when we do that, we become more of who we authentically are. That's just the way it all is. That's how it's written in your DNA code. It's so true. So I've got an alignment assignment because this congruity is so critically important. And you know what the first one is? Eat like you love yourself. When we love ourselves, we're going to fuel ourselves with the best thing that we have. A friend of mine, actually, he owns Dry Farm Wines, Todd White, and he said, he put a post on Facebook today, and he said, this has been the biggest needle mover in my health in my whole entire life. And this guy is disciplined like you would not believe. And it was a fork. He did a picture of a fork. And I was like, right on, that's it. So eat like you love yourself. 2 is meditate to center your beautiful self and connect with yourself every single day. You're worth it. You are so worth it. And becoming aware and being connected helps us to expand out and become the beautiful women that we've been called to become. Read to become more knowledgeable. And then don't just be a knowledge bank, apply it. Do something with that knowledge, And it runs the gamut on this knowledge stuff, right? I have a friend who is a beautiful craftsman. She's doing just like these, like she did these mosaic birds. Now she's onto crocheting and doing dyeing these knitted things. And her home is just this incredible art. I mean, her art is just jaw-dropping. And she's just done a lot of those things. She's posting them all over Facebook. And I'm just like, wow, that's pretty incredible. And I've been off Facebook. So if you haven't seen me for a while, sorry, but I really have been kind of absent and just had my head down. But, apply that. She taught herself everything. And you can do that too. But teach yourself something, a language. The sky's the limit. And then when we apply it, you can feel your mind expanding. That's the action step. Sleep and hydrate and move. That's honoring to your body. That's honoring to the one who gave you the body, by the way. We have muscles. Use them. So this is how harmony is created in heart, mind, body, and soul. Harold Kushner, do you remember him? He's the author of When Bad Things Happen to Good People. He's also a rabbi and a beautiful, beautiful man. He said this: our souls are not hungry for fame, comfort, wealth, or power. Our souls are hungry for meaning, for the sense that we have figured out how to live so that our lives matter. So he just basically cinched the whole thing up and said, you know what this is right here? He said, this is how to live our lives vibrantly so that our lives matter, so that our lives are on purpose and for purpose, so that we can become the women that we have been called to become. Because if you don't think that you're called by name, then you're not listening. You've been called by name, my friend, because you are dearly loved. You're here on purpose and for purpose. I hope you feel that. All right. So, man, I'm almost going to start crying. What's up with me? And I don't even have any, whatever. Jane, what a beautiful thing. I'm so glad. Yeah. That book, by the way, is one of the most incredible. It'll rock your world, by the way. We have a ton of announcements. If you came in late, savingdinner.com/announcements. Highly recommend you go to the page and check it out because we have just a few things that you're going to want to know about. Otherwise, you're going to want to be here tomorrow for Wise Women's Wednesday. In the meantime, if you need me, reach out. You know how to do that. And you know how I always end my program. Peace be with you. Bye.
Thank you for joining me today. You can find me on TikTok for daily tips to help support your most vibrant life. And remember, you are the author of your own story. Until next time.